Guys, welcome to 11 Study Group. Today we're going to be reading Not Quite Snow White, written by Ashley Franklin, illustrated by Ebony Glenn. Not quite Snow White. For Tameka, it was always the right time and place to dance and sing. Tameka had a hip-rolling happy dance, a swayful sad dance, a stomping mad dance, and a hair-flicking just because she felt fabulous dance. She sang high with the tweeting birds and low with the croaking frogs. She always shared her love of music and movement with an audience, stuffed and unstuffed. Tameka loved this stage. It was her perfect place. She was the star of every show, and she loved every show that she starred in. She had been a cucumber, a space cowgirl, a dinosaur, and her favorite part, a singing mermaid. On stage, Tameka felt like she could be anything or anyone she wanted to be, but she never had been a princess. Now she would finally have her chance. Tameka was so excited that she went to both days of the auditions for the Snow White musical. On the first day, she arrived super early. She helped her friends with their lines, kept count for the dancers, and chewed butterflies from nervous tummies so songs could be sung. After the audition, Tameka heard some of the other kids whisper, "She can't be Snow White. She's too tall. She's too much chubby. And she's too brown." Tameka looked at her legs. They weren't long. Maybe the kids were right. A princess shouldn't be taller than her prince, should she? She looked at her belly. Maybe what the kids said was true. She could not remember any chubby princesses. Tameka looked at her skin. She was brown. How could a girl with brown skin play a princess like Snow White? Could those kids be wrong? Maybe she was wrong for wanting to be this princess. Tameka slouched and sucked in her belly. She tried pulling down her sleeves, but there was no getting around being brown. For the first time, she didn't feel like dancing or singing. At dinner, Tameka didn't tap her feet or clank rhythms with her spoon. "Is something wrong?" asked her mother. Other kids say that I'm too tall, too chubby, and too brown. I'm not right for Snow White," said Tameka. "You got it all wrong," Mom said. "You're tall enough, chubby enough, and brown enough to be a perfect princess. Besides, Snow White is just pretend. You've always been my real princess. You're just enough of all the right stuff." He kissed her forehead. Tameka smiled. Maybe her parents were onto something. At the audition the next day, Tameka watched all the other kids get on stage and do their best. It was Tameka's turn at last. She remembered what her parents had said, but her long legs were still a little jittery. She closed her eyes and imagined she was singing and dancing for her favorite audience of friends, stuffed and unstuffed. Then she remembered the joy she felt when performing. Tameka knew she could do it. And she did. She shone like the star she was. She could act, she could dance, she could sing. She loved herself much as she loved music and movement. Tameka was a perfectly posed princess. When her audition was over, Tameka looked out to smiling faces. Tameka wasn't too much of anything. Maybe she was just enough of all the right stuff. Thank you for watching. And look at my other videos of reading books. Please subscribe. Thank you.